Divine selection no pay and you be ana and no buy and there waba. Inti and ye aba nyame and ye dana see. Say me sitting same be quite say we are simon pa.
Who's the man? I said,
Ayara who see me Yara who see me tick. You who see me obedient the cross or and run apart. Oma kwa ba bon komo ni na mu anope be man answer
kai
Charlie
yeah you will baby ko
you can say divine selection ko for bin tiase
you will baby ko
one na sorry anopo
e din komo ko bai
obi akobai pepe abedin komo enwumre I feel it
yeah ruko no
anope ruko be manama
kai
amo
let me find the currency
amen mama
and say
nyame ne da na se
papa
because Charlie
and saying the and easy
well could be so be sending me anope say akwebi omo sie ne nansen ya ni na dan for pa na sa na nansa ono so to care free fee aka na yere say me to ade wo me pese me bo area no but I was Spintex area ho baby me to ade wo ha ya basisia na esi yo okodu baby ho pepepe eto ade ne pepepe otua ka wi oba be trane kam na obofom
kai
obi anka no obi anya ne hwe
enyam kunshia so
anya kunshia wato ade na wi nti okotra ka mu asako
chairman
chese obofom amanfo na otade o mu sususu ni mu
I know
asa dan we oko
unim say
ni etifie twen no ni etifie etwen no
there was a time be na we suggesting BP say on say health trends DBA say man o man bi ahwe na let's speak generally about health intelligence unim say Ghana yen shadan ni any mechanism that provides us with health intelligence you betimi akase at any rate no sabi yare we na kunga na for dodo no then we begin to take preventive measures towards that now ban edin shisha biaba chairman me so no nyuma to say stroke they were a rarity what he say
like
now it was really something me kaipa na yawo gambaga there was this man Mr. Nantoma he was down with stroke like the whole time na anwanwa di mo bia but now stroke is commonplace fabi bia chairman and who diabetes ne and if we have enough health intelligence you bet you catch who say in the next we can focus in the next 3-5 years because of the trend that this is going to be a prevalent sickness and a disease and then we can all as a country begin to prevent some of these things. Cardiac arrest is also become chairman as I said they're normal
me 8 years the first day I met a heart attack I was 8 years old when you mommy who is here now you say Dr. Buziou
wow
yes wow. I make Kaipa I'm so 78 I was 8
yeah
and I'm paying for now with you I'm say when you heart attack and for an 8-year-old
I mean, what does that mean?
What is heart attack? And Buzi I think was in his 60s mid 60s or baby and I'm say when you heart attack it's me I say I was wondering say what is heart attack say only for nyamia do many fee kakray heart attack 28-year-olds in heart attack
20 years cry be heart attack and your stroke Nina, what was lifestyle changes? I say any and she share fufro nenam. Say if chairman says here fries gambaga na me minima dey friend French fries. Oh, adia who beg and side gambaga na San man even in the Republic of Gambaga, because we want to live long and Tinoma Sano, Yan Fanko you. Oh, but with time, no, idea, Nama, ye, like almost everything we eat, different from what we used to eat.
Yep.
And also, and we have not taken measures to take care of consequences that will flow from lifestyle changes. And that's why I'm saying that we need to up our health intelligence game so that it will guide us to come up with very good health policies to me preventing the spread and the prevalence of some of these diseases. Chairman, yes, your word is a necessary evil, but Chairman, it's become and especially between 2020 and now.
Yeah,
Chairman, the number of deaths we've recorded in this country.
It's
and some of them are so close, like really close.
Yeah,
you can technically feel the death.
Yeah,
and we need to begin a very intensive conversation around Kwaya Ebefasu. Appeal health intelligence and the measures that need to flow from that. It is on that occasion I like to commend Dr. Okoboy.
Yeah.
Me who say Ukfa Daily Graphica.
Obi say the hidden danger is stress.
Chema onim say Ghana stress yemfa ni say yare.
But
who the man chuchu. Meanwhile nyoma dipa na efemu no enye twitwi asemu. Chema stress mental health generally in this country enye yare. No e kunkrofo.
Da.
Because stress unchecked degenerates into depression. Me see Chema stress are okay. Me call Chairman. I'll tell you off air. Stress inti. No maybe that for bed 2 days now come you. Chairman,
I know the feeling, man.
Chairman, I was like, no, I'm too young for these symptoms.
I said doom so be like
Chairman, me see. Chairman, stress.
I know.
I was like, what? I want to move into Miko husband almost no. I thought say Chairman na Jackie drew we. I'm say what? And I like obisa me questions and me come routine was no it's too much.
Yeah.
I say me tinyo ma be so. Chairman me tea so yeah exercise ka krebi na light and so.
Oh say master samba.
And I'm say what? Now wait there. But Ghana Chairman new man krofu bebre fem they feel the stress now so. They feel that uka will stress once about dear fa angel fa keke and fa popa na fa being fan chuchu. Sometimes because you the honor being better now so better now so. Chairman, at the end of the day, the stress is still with you.
Yeah.
Yenda ye and all of that. Like I said, health intelligence no be boa ma ye nyina hu say stress is a killer. And Kwame never faso to educate people about the dangers of stress and how to avoid human. Chairman, we need to do so much in our health sector because they say a healthy nation is a wealthy nation. Until I say on that occasion,
we say Dr. Koboy.
Yes, Dr. Koboy, Mami Bonabaso. Chairman, when him say national health insurance, one of the instruments through which yebua yapomudin nsemno. Na for a very long time, now your complaint say service providers are not paid and it affects service delivery. I am delighted to see say wa born homodin even in the face of economic stress in IFME. German and 367 million
cities, yeah.
That is super impressive. And it can only take a proactive CEO to be able to make that happen. Because there are agencies biswa. Even though Omuris is near statutory funds, you have to be a proactive and hardworking CEO to be able to make sure that Sika is the mauno. And there is even promise in the story say some more would be paid. So they've cleared all arrears up to the end of 2022. Now there is a promise in the next few weeks, from January to June is so you be clear. That way the kind of service providers are retooled adequately to be able to provide the kinds of services that almost provide.
Yeah.
Now I think that this is commendable. Now Ministry of Health, so like I said, health intelligence is very important. Now let's have, even if we have to have a unit, health intelligence unit, because look, apomodin samidie and one year or mind you, chairman, yari for my mudia, wo mind be mudia, not just or mine and yadi ebe conkai and yadi ebe tumpon. Until we must take health intelligence as seriously as we take the regular intelligence, done by security agencies, Until idea beboa, because owo chairman does obi enim say yankopon owo de afri nyame ho and it's a necessary evil, but there are some things yenso yebetimi aye to at least increase our life expectancy, increase the number of years our man for would live in this world.
As they say, you can't get out of here alive.
No.
Nobody gets out alive.
Yes, but at least you can buy some.
You can buy time.
Yes, you can buy time.
But it means obisu obeheno or ye bibia pepe.
And no, dear, not just like I said, it's necessary. Nyankopon dear obiane nshishe. There is this phenomenon in Islam, and it's slightly contentious. The Arabic word for it is qada and qadr, which is about destiny. There is a school of thought in Islam that says that everybody is destined, like your life is destined already. Answer nebewu no, your destiny is already written in a place called Lawh al-Mahfuz, and that nyobeye bia wasasisu ya dada. But ebimusu are also of the view say, say people have predefined destiny.
Destined, yeah.
Now so umpire and other things betimia sisa ushabre kakra. Nti ewomu say owo bi wo hodia. I mean, why you bibia so we na che say enu de eba na wonim say where you can say your maker is the one calling you. But chairman sabi o wi akpetishi enum tramol enum cocaine ekaka we nyina bomu a o liver crack can say we twikasem.
Brebo.
O brebo say ya. And the only thing I say, you trust me, brebo never say. Because it is possible, dear. It's very possible.
Because me old man be 83-year-old. Or say wabubo companies be the or say we need to change our eating habits.
Yeah, that is
true. This Brunyanya John won't help anybody. Brunyanya John.
I should say
say bibia Brunya.
Okay, yeah. And chairman, and to the extent say urban youth, the way to show say almost baso they've arrived or a guy for is to go and eat junk. One found plan called baby a yedi junk. I say, oh dear, when your guy. Yeah, and it's because they are two extreme say. Would this annual nature say, what baso when ye be without telling people the implications.
Obisimin Kancho said, tell Atik Mohammed he has done a lot and enough to last him a lifetime. If the thing doom, he can survive.
Hey. I'm still young to be discussing doom. So, hey.
Echo says, I live in Dansoman. From Mataheko to Dansoman last stop, there are more visible fast food joints than Kenke or Wache sellers.
That is true.
Obisu said, people spend half their lives in traffic. It's a hard lifestyle. Half of Ghana is stressed.
Very true.
Atik, our health authorities have all the necessary health and causes of mortality data. Among the NCDs, that's non-communicable diseases, hypertension was the leading cause of death, with 2,243 and 2,472 cases in 2017 and 18 alone. Other heart diseases and diabetes, for example, were the second and third leading. Septicemia, tuberculosis, pneumonia were predominant infectious diseases. Regional variations existed in the cause of death. Just say statistics no.
So why aren't we using the data to guide young policies?
Well, sometimes we say Ghana Health Service for it me a trauma hugum na omwa babeye akwanchire fa titru ni edidi ho.
Chairman, one said those are just one of events. In the US, there is something called Health Maintenance Organization, HMO. Chairman, we need to have a similar arrangement here. And no, look, and yeah, one of educational omo say at every point in time, no. No maybe say you who say hypertension is a leading killer.
Yeah.
Now, they'll come up with policies, with programs to make sure that in the next 3-4 years, no, these are our programs, to help bring down the incidence of hypertension and the related deaths, no. But say Ministry of Health and Ghana Health Service, I say, oh, a woman yabari dusu abechirech nkrofom a woman. Now I say these are one of programs, and something as serious as hypertension cannot be dealt with using media. One of engagements and it has to be consistent, it has to be effective, and it has to be over the long period and over the long horizon. But the say, oh, a woman ya beka uka and you be an ebiti and a ebia nipa na weti no without a reminder nipa no rebe fia na obejai onfa nye edwuma. And we've allowed the space for chairman sebi minka say herbalist nyina na enye papa onkrofo who are, for want of a better expression, unqualified to be telling us about how to deal with these things. Ukob radio stations, TV stations, they come and tell you that they can cure everything and anything. Until they give the impression, say, look, we can deal with it. Instead of ministry taking advantage to prevent and to educate people about how you be prevent this animal. Ya must space, ya the space now. In fact, I at the risk of sounding offensive, quack medical practitioners to come and tell us, Arabia and people feel say, oh, and it doesn't help. Let's take that space and educate people about how not to even get there in the first place. But Chama who saw TV and now be radio. Hey, and Ranajo, for some reason, I was just randomly scanning through the car radio. I got to be Chama. Chama na papa ni kano. Yare bi enu on timi nsa o. Or see from HIV to diabetes to kidney failure. Bibi.
Ale oyenyame.
Sabi minka say otibrofo na but papa na nkasa ni oni bia na oka no ntimi mboni yi. Some of the diseases he claimed he could cure no ntimi mbodi ni yi. And because he has space obenwa amanfo bi in desperation would begin to listen to him. So you've allowed people to take over the space when ideally a space as a Ministry of Health and health bureaucrats and health policy elites should be taken advantage of. Intermediate we need to set up a body that is similar to the Health Maintenance Organization in other jurisdictions. Yes, Anna, me GD pass yebetimi aso nyume yentimi eliminate this anime completely, but at least yebetimi abrenase. Na ubo tuberculosis data na nipa no esenima tuberculosis chairman enemri we are still struggling with tuberculosis. Mimi yakola nyina tuberculosis was deadly and is still deadly. Now so peace I mean to know said is one of is one of the leading killers in this country. Not just what have we been doing over the years. Look, the next election, my view is should be fought on grounds of health, education, economy and security.
Health, education, economy, and security. Now, a health professional, about say the emphasis in the developed world is on preventative, rather than curative medicine.
Yes, and that is what ought to be. Chairman, firefighting the Mbuao.
Until they don't want the fire to start in the first place.
Make sure say that it. And Chema, general and so answer wakazu me could do.
But I think you said the average Ghanaian, yen na eka that been the last time you check up.
Yeah. No
there you go.
No, and it wasn't check up, but bibi na si ye na me call
exactly.
But to go and do thorough checkup there, yes.
Yeah.
Me tiase.
Ebi beka se ne boy din, ebi se eni adaje, ne boy din eni adaje. Obi so beka just say hwe nyame.
Say ye na nam hui until you are down, we feel we are okay. Until that stress, yam fan say yare no. Until them can say if we have an organization, na edwuma ni say it keeps reminding people say thorough routine checkups are very important. Chama ye na be fan serious because if they begin to tell you the dangers of not doing so no. What you want to catch us 1 year, ebi na bibi. I am shishenu kura be ma wa ko ye.
Yeah.
On the prostate you can say examination say. It was listening to the dangers of prostate enlargement and possible prostate you can say cancer.
Yeah.
And mam ko ye you. Because what ye you know unkomona chama we e be ma dia we am show. And you would want to know your status.
Yeah.
But yet ho obi anka hwinkyerɛ ye fize wo kɔwi sa junk na na chise wo ye guy ebi mutimi na as late as 12 1 o'clock on the girl pia on be pia na about 10 omukwa is omunye biwi and all of that. But say can show what you consume into your body, the dangers of eating those things, and at certain times chema mejidi ye pass ye dey am hihye be kwa sa checkups no. And there should also be an arrangement. Send a arrangement you can say checkup no be affordable. Is it possible to incorporate it into health insurance scheme we? Even if it requires some no, chairman, if na premium what you kakra bi ka ho so you can know at every point in time say mapomudin sem ni status near say ya dey beboa. Oh, we can have sad dispassionate conversation no. Say ye di kakra bi ka ho kra na ana ebia if you are a contributor to the scheme no. Ukoye examination na there will be some subsidy and bibi there can be arrangements and health facilities no to obi oha omutua. Government can say if you offer these routine checkups to patients at this subsidized rate now, you are entitled to this tax rebate and this tax incentive. Bibi it may not necessarily be tax incentive, it could be other incentives.
How about almost what imagine say ignorance is bliss?
Chama, how is it bliss?
Meaning into your family.
Not tum. Enya no na yeka ho.
Tum na me ko.
No, Debbie.
Debbie, nkofo bi was arguing no. Say ignorance is bliss.
It's true. Some think so.
But there's deal.
Never been bliss in ignorance.
Me told Tim na me ko no anu bye bye.
Chairman, there has never been bliss in ignorance. Because enya opend unya ya nanka unto Tim wi o. Unya ya anka obetena wiase achekakra. Oh, but because one fa wapomudin sem anya serious no. Ubehua na ba. But you can't live such a carefree life. So media me nemu me wu na me wu. Oh, no, you are you have to be measured, you have to be calculating, you have to be very conscious of the steps you take and the repercussions of all the steps you take. Until you say media me nemu sa there be yansa. And people must be educated to know say she anamo a wo to bia no ehunsunsanso nie say me ye thorough checkup no ebi yare bi hidden yare bi wo mehu na aboa me ama maso anu ntem. If people are educated to know say this is what happens, until if you take that move, the repercussion is another implication is obetimi aboa wo asa yare ananka wonnim say wo mu no. The fact say otimi nante usori na otimi nante ni nkyerese woti apo
David
chairman ye nti apo sa how
masa obi a fault
exactly it is a car until it stops. Don't assume say until a car stops it is in good condition. Ebi absorbers na say ebi you can say enkanka kasa saloon cars or move far off roads lower arm you say Ghana ha saloon cars be bring now problems the lower arm ball joint and I'm friends
ball joint bushings
what I say into the fact say car engine ye no enkyere say those ones are not at fault. Why would you didn't etimi catch us say no me kai de ne entiapo and you don't wait until completely sorry I want to mean sorry and sana waka say me kwaya sebia. You must at every point in time know the state of your health. And you know, I think we, including myself, we have to take the idea and the practice of routine checkups very, very, very important.
I think Mohammed from the Republic of Gambaga and Etene Kano.
So only say Gambaga for me, oh,
hey,
made Chia Stronko, in Chia, German boy,
in Chia Mudu, in Chia Muham, in Chia Fru Akumam,
made us chairman,
Echo Republic of Gambaga.
Any man programming na Michana Yuri, any Gambarana, and Anope.
Couscous, our Sokwa says, well, are we not our own cause? We make the study of medicine more difficult than securing a visa to hell. How can we have more doctors, Couscous? Visa to hell. What would you want a visa to hell for? By the way, tell Atik that his was Doom CACA, not Doom. He should commend Napo and MPP for Doom CACA. Audition chairman, I run a pharmacy shop. It is amazing to hear customers asking for certain drugs for some illnesses. Last time, a lady asked for amoxicillin capsules. When I asked about her problem, she said she was going to mix it with palm kernel oil and put it in her ears. Chairman General, we kill ourselves because of lack of knowledge. Audition Jabing had to. They are not a show. No, amoxicillin requiring. Gugunasum. Tell Atik Mohammed, some Ghanaians won't take any advice because of Siatra. I believe in existentialism. We are each responsible for creating purpose and meaning in our own lives. I'll continue to eat my from Gastiman in Brekum. You say you like your neat fufu. Okay. Thank you very much. And then to Kwabena Inawoshi, thank you for your kind words. I'm happy I'm an inspiration to you as well. Back in the day, there was nothing like chemicals for farming, for ripening of fruits and vegetables. Yeah. We have consciously allowed chemicals to bring upon us sicknesses to cut short our lives. That's Francis Brakwa in
that is another concern, Chairman. It's another concern. Also, Ghana had now near producing an organic. Says the chairman, obi to me, Dria and Toos. And in a week, Nipan Pese.
Are you ready?
Chairman, sir, Nina, when you know issues are we need to look at holistically. Idea MJE. Yeah, you are home friend condemn.
Any other
chemical beer of the I think meaning say we decide it is a year that ripens vegetables and fruits very early.
Near friends are condemn.
Condemn, you didn't know. And no crutch. Condemn Lancashire should tell you what the chemical is made of. Wrong. Now, so no pharmacy baby now
Phillips says, I agree with that take. Since the 5 fingers don't have the same sizes, so should the National Health Insurance Scheme encourage us to have different benefits. Some of us could pay, say, about 200 cedis a year, and it can help NHI to raise more funds. Phillips, that's very interesting.
Yeah, and it's a very, it's a very brilliant angle to
indeed. Around bi wo ho a oyem rahebedwani Asen North ene ekoto ababa ne hono ye Asen South or Deputy Education Minister Nidin at the John in Team Fojo. So for Maji
Asumjen kan o
Chairman
General
so apom
na miadom boko
wapom din ye afi why your check up
afi ya ye baako
me say wo
yeah ye dey na
my baako na watch my adwene so bosumi nsia edro just say baako ka ho
yes a general screen on we no like check up thorough work hospital
thorough one afi bia ya me no premier no afi my baako nti aka baako asem ye ka ho the chairman general watch my adwene si ya so pa
asem obi minua bi Patrick I'll say condemn we decide.
Okay, we decide. Okay.
Ain't he we decide no omudi gunia man so keke. I erati.
Chairman, sir, you see the chemicals are condemn a dangerous
Sir,
they condemn.
Condemn. Anyway. Now MP
Chairman.
So MP.
Chairman General.
Pokwasi, Jomo Pokwasi Festa says, I blame most of these self-acclaimed doctors who openly prescribe medicines on live radio and television, waste our lives and yet go unpunished. I wonder where they get those balls. Well, not balls of kinky, but testicular fortitude, you mean. What I think you're saying is very true. You take a lady out, if you don't buy pizza and ice cream, then you're outmoded. Edward G, aka Captain in Tadi. Maybe you're taking the wrong ladies out. The high rise in kidney, liver, and pressure disease are mostly caused by the youth. They should check these energy drinks, noodles in the evenings, and all of that. Farouk in Tema. Some Ghanaians eat around 11 p.m.
For these accidents, so
Baby, says yeah, they will be able to.
the beer and no beer ready, so yet to be a memedro. The man the beer memedro.
I said, am I you?
Aphrodisiac. Oko within community.
And Sabi Omotombia aphrodisiac. And almost our special fruit. Also, we remember the so as if all of our life is.
Almost the even community reduce. I know just for the community.
Yes. It ends up.
And how much? And because boy, I'm young kakra. I had devotion, bino. And the memedro. Every year memedro, and you memedro, and I do memedro.
Our body, I know.
Me penny be. Maybe Saturday na a friend me say Krachi. One am to radio so. Now the Ghana for member mo huni ho ana. And I'm say ma den. I say de bia. Also we down now so. Bema de piao. Bema piao.
E mo say mount.
Ye mo say nti ade. Nti eno so ka ho.
It gives them heart diseases and liver problems because you know
I don't get it. They be a piao.
And Chairman Sebi Memane or Banshi Mudia. It's meant to be it's not punishment to the other.
Obviously, men have become an endangered species. The women keep asking hada.
Oh,
and the idiots fall for it. Now, I'll say, Obisu say, please blame the government. Because
they can stop.
I'll say in Akan, please translate. Government has taken your gun. I buy YouTube. I buy YouTube. Obviously, Chairman General, we the men in Ghana, your hopper, wallahi. The women should come and try. Yes, but you come and try every day. Ubeti advert.
Different.
Every day.
I did you know 1 hour. I didn't say 1 hour.
How they going?
Nansu nyoma yes you bet me now nansu sa as if a leverage juma.
This one says, please direct me to the non-pizza girls. I think you have more to spare. Give me one. I beg you, my big brother. I haven't said I have more to spare. All I'm saying is that Ebiana.
Majority, chairman, majority.
Nasa pizza brodoni for you.
Any cheese.
Nasa ni na brodoni for you.
Yeah, any new ma egg can any hard you know. So cheese ni and crony bano.
Na aduane bɛn na hodi wo mu sen bode ne
abom de onya
to mre bi enwo kra mponi so ana wonya adoa bi anya badwuri bi de atwim ahode bɛn na wo mu sen asin sa aduane wo
sasa watakwa they say advise all the mema please just adopt the one go project and you won't fall for these persons. Sasa mema ni bi wakwa one go no kra ya asemo
nyame helps are obo ye nyina ene nuane obo ma ye nyina no eye nronku a o enti no enuane a ye di no si edi sa nuane no wo ne kwan so a se wan wa boku bempo na wo we na no munsuo na ye natural fruity na wo didi from trees natural fruity ni ade nya de ayafrafra mu de ahyehye fridge mu na se wo di a ahodi bi ese wunya e de ye wase de bia no Chairman General, Ubenya.
Just say dear. Pew, pew.
Let me say your conversation.
Obviously, tell Atik that a woman who cannot run for 5 minutes yet wants you to perform for 1 hour. What nonsense is that?
Ask again.
Anyway, I think now I can say a conversation already.
As unconsciously is dovetailing into Nyoma Yewo,
Sending one time see me baby bisa a MP. Say anyway, MP rather is here.
Chama jo mechiao.
Meso meji also. Ada sese wenya adaje.
Kwan a odi ama me. Na ma pa cho say ma medru bra na nkese medru ene na usually no kaba 8:30 de na me wa ha. Na Ministry of Education you signed to a performance contract for all the heads of agencies and on board chairs. The anyone akọ enyina akọ epono so akọ di atum say this is the priority for our education system in the year ahead. And you know bia enko that priority no ne team nyina so koye bibi various 14 agencies e wo ho nyina no omo so nye wo afemu de emfa moa na ye nyina nka ensie ni na enwomasua e wo Ghana ha no empeja na enko nanim na emfa ntuma pa emfra in particular say the be ya public education system no e be ya akono na obi atumi enya pepa ne akono e de ne banko public school particularly at the basic. The over secondary level now, no matter how expensive and as a private school building a babekubia, or per public secondary school, because that to a boy CSC hopa ayakono. In much the same way, we want to exert that same attention, interest, and resources at primary and GHS. So the beya Obagan Hanya cancer a free primary ad copium SHS a free. And koye bibi ama that 30% of the population are one edi homa eco private schools no anko kasa would be enya no kre na me de minya only free friends education when my ward goes to SHS. And you know we want to make sure say yes umasua no me na drum pempensio bi a so de oba be private school no will be a matter of choice. Just say one open mono or options in Tino and other Obano Aqua private school, but not because say who in school be a public school wanted to yet anyone to yet any said your own environment no one your my no sabia a queni muntino and other Oba Eco private school. That is the charge we have taken.
Kwame Frimpong, aka Buffalo, says advise men should work hard and spend time on making money. When you make money, you will dictate the pace. When you have money, the ladies would rather chase you. But when you have money and it's doom, what do you do? This one says, it is not just the men who are suffering, because whilst the men are taking the medication to overwork, women are also taking theirs to become smaller and sweet. That is the story of our generation.
The only problem. And you know, me didn't check a sebema a teacher in a teacher for 80 years. The over 350,000 teachers and education support workers or memuha. Sabia, any teacher near and Kame Krasinia, Memi free as in Krua. Who do me crasia? Won't me and Kokrobia and Tranco Krobia, so no down home crew any forest and a bush here. And a light in ho. Na ensure say be pipe kra pipe bon water mpo sa abre na bi ni ho telecommunication na bi ni ho na ya kwan kra na se de tie nanso enam se teacher ni nya pepa na wodi pusin ba sinkru antino me nso matumi abedi mu a ene ye frɛ wo mu a som Ghana e wo kwan edi mu so a yetumi frɛ me ka ho antino we stand on the shoulders of teachers na ye de nchiama wom se wo mo esum mo de som Ghana man no esu ye ni they play an integral part of our development. No more ye ni nso entino ichia wom nyetia the good people of Asin South, Asin Central, Asin North. Ye nyina nipa baako nchichemu na eba no constituency mu aya chichemu enso ba ye traditional setting na Apimenim Traditional Council, Atenensu Traditional Council, Orenchi Traditional Council, Efutu Akwa ye nyina sesemu ha obehun se bi Traditional Council Atenensu mimi fi Atenensu ebi ewo Asin North ebi nso Asin Central Apimenim sa yesesem we are all one people yechia obibia na yatwa ye common.
Me common so yetwa so O'Neill and Ponsan ewo Amsterdam or say the Dutch health authorities' major problem for migrants here in the Netherlands is obesity in our children, high blood pressure and diabetes because of bad eating habits and also junk food. People engage in eating fried potatoes with ketchup and mayonnaise, chicken nuggets, burgers. They do that thinking that life is good. It makes them feel that I'm a guy. Some also eat fufu as late as 11 p.m. and go straight to bed. O'Neill and Ponsan, I'm in Amsterdam. No. Let's take charge of our health and make routine checkups a priority. By doing so, we can prevent heart attacks and safeguard our overall well-being. Citizen Francis says that. And then, okay, this one says, the media has basically contributed to the nasty behavior of some of these so-called herbalists and quack doctors, especially the electronic media. You see, Danoche, East, you blame us electronic media, no problem, we'll take it in good stride. But the thing is that some of you say media, Jackson Takrady, you say media. You've forgotten the social media, which is totally unregulated.
And uncontrollable.
It's uncontrollable. Maybe say, Ebia say because me a traditional media and tea. But social media is a totally unregulated space. We be at me the BB or PBA Kotoho. And then one no man for the actually.
Yeah.
Inti me jitum say ya radio for TV for newspaper for a traditional for minim online for ya so your issues. But Obaba can social media hono. Social media hono how dear Charlie? Oh no. Yeah. I wonder who checks these errant quack herbalists. There's a herb called Wabohebniding, Bamimונiding, which is advertised on community radios in our villages. It is said to cure all ailments, including what is not mentioned in the adverts. Kwesi in Takrady. Yeah, some more. Anyway, MP.
Chairman General Enra.
Then it's you and my shebijum.
Yeah. And Kurimdie Sronkon de Ma Oman Ghana Nyina is a major victory for the whole of Ghanaians.
Meaning what?
And a son said the second reading of the private members bill, your friend, proper human sexual rights and Ghanaian family values bill 2021. No, you drew in the second reading. So, if you from your speaker so to all the deputy speakers, first deputy, second deputy, and all 275 members of parliament, Obia Adrian Kobenkrumu, Yefwa, sa report, and so say, a branson. Sir, you best say Mrebi Akandi, what that? Criminal Offences Act, Criminal Offences Act, 1960 Act 29. I had no making provision for a natural canal knowledge. No, na ukumu bebre na. It doesn't have the full gravitas. A bit to me address it fully. Said the L abeka hon G abeka hon B K ne I ne A ne nyoma bebre every day be sorry a bi beka hon no na into me addressing the full into no ehun akohia say ye hye bi ka hon na ye de bo oman no ye gidie ho ban ye de bo ya mamre ho ban e de bo ye nhyehyɛ ne the very values a e ma ye Ghana fo no etumi e de bo ho ban enne e de manchiri man so na chairman general medical eyi we afri ho no mato aso mi afri ho ne se ya na manfo de propaganda nsem anya no kre e de ne nanenam nkronkro so nkrasi nkronketo aso ne ba to de bi kra won etumi kokura kesim ko kanse emre bi da parliament ye president Kufuor ne MPP ye di akoto wo se ye ba be legalize na ama oba ne oba etumi aware ne be ma so etumi aware enya no kre bia nim enu ntinu so bi ebe kan kire wo se MPP aban ye de sa emre bi akoto ho a enya no kre na emumu no emra eda parliament
when na make us asem no
onsam bebre okwa asin of chairman general the major message NDC for the call. I don't know.
Oh.
Yes. But just video say ba no from one flag bearer all the way to every member of parliament. Every that was repeatedly and openly. Now no near beba abeka ho asem hu si arrested and they will come back to it. But I person me we free ho. The entire me we free ho ne say LGBT ho nsam no. Ene agency Ghana over 86% of the population. Ye nyina ya gie di say eye ensese pa efa aware nsam ho. Aware amamre ho ene se de obaate be mate ene emema agudi hu nsam emma ho agudi hu nsam no empamu agudi hu nsam no eye se pa ye se ato ho. That is what identifies us. That's what we believe in. Eye esum bia gidie se ye bo nipa oba ene ye bo binum nso mema na middle grounds bia ni ho ya ma obi ase ene edu benada obetumi aye oba na edu juada dia betumi aye bema sebe ene yankopon so ammo nipa bia se wo no bra na mum se wo ye bema ma ye wo se watenkan se wunya wo mpamu no nya atenkan fama wa saso bema ana se wo ye oba ma bo se watenkan wo se oba no eto da bia se wunya atenkan bi owidie mu se se unia ba ena ne da na ne nyina sa nhyehyɛ no na yɛde tintim ɛwɔ saa bill nim
maybe so bibi see anim sɛ nkrɔfo bi wɔ hɔ a ɔmo sɛ saa na ɔmo atenkateɛ na yɛ criminalize sɛ ne agyi tum sɛ ebi a ɔmo hia help ɔmo hia mmoa ebi ɔmo hia psychological help omu hia so bi betimia ene omu adi nkomo ebia eyi omu adwene free saa tinkanum ababa bia ye free se oho na papa no mu ye saa de nyina sabi forgive my expression say dede but ye di sound kita hudi nyina ya dwene saa de no
Chairman General, saa emwano is a major component of the bill before parliament.
It is
Sunset was said wunya nhyehyɛ a obetumi di aboa saafo no na omatwe omo ho free the tendencies are omunya ne ho. We come across a lot of people aya omba be confide they say the tibia me wo mu no enya mepe mane nyem pese mesesa mehia moa obi wo ho asebe Chairman General oye be ma sebe etiefo mu mfa nkyeye enso pampese bono ne sede na se asei no enne sede ho aye no uche se ohu kwan po fa so oduru ho ehase bibi kitwa bi ebi wona atenka obi kra obi ene ahokyere bi okọ mu nti no no ho boa no sikasem obi so wode ne kwa burukyiri na saa country ne dia se wo ye saafu ana fa ho beboye na nyoma sei ensesama ene okọ chance hu ye no asei opese o san eba ese saa nipa no ye boa no ebi kra ho psychological ebi ho ye hormonal imbalances and you know all those things you know there are psychosocial support ewo ho I approved that etumi de boa saafo no saa na the medical conditions nso no say be ye hormonal imbalance nso a ye wo medical procedures nso a de boa saafo no ema wo mo get restored to the original orientation so mo ye na momu no the issue say obi o ho a say de wo no ono a onye oba ono onye be ma no sex is a genetic matter, it's a biological matter, it's a biological determination. And you know, so we obi any wa ya wo na the chromosomes so enye XX enye XY. We don't have any other permutations. So we nye XXA, we XY, we XXA, we oba, we XY, we bema. Na no gender definition na man for you know a social construct. And you know obi betumi aye way. But in our context, you define that social context, no? Say, yeah, can't say obi ayo ba na so bema. The sex and agenda, yeah, sign at birth. At birth, medical doctors are so certified to assign after so much even in complicated cases yeah not biologically no yeah if be hermaphrodite and no crown biologically no me biology and me kind secondary school me say there will be a dominant chromosome even if you XX name no some mutation be and akoma bibi sa aba and when they determine they able to determine say the dominant organ and in that case this is the sex we are assigning to the
if the mutation goes the other way, what do we do?
And you know, the same way no they are able to determine say there's no way 50-50 ni nyina no and those are just very infinitesimal percentage
obi wo ho ahuna obi wo ho ahuna yesu so na yesi kojo besia
sa
obi wo ho ahuna yesi oba bema emma bi wo ho ahuna mo obi anka ncho se we die ase atia faso kakranka eka ke nkoye bema bi so ahuna wo se we die ka ke nkoye oba na sankrofon ebia na nukuri ni nyame anim ni na tinka woni mu no sa na tie ebeka so me minorities na ye criminalize adie na ye de omo fahin
Chairman General sa bill we enye bill a de etan ye tu ye ni asi nipakuo bi ho de tan bi ato omo so anase etu ye ni asi nipakuma bi so sabi a persecute say we be call praising we be call ha na momo no the society mu since time immemorial sa kwadwo besia no ne oba be ma ne nyina no ewo for a very long time now so no sa kwadwo besia fo no ya wo mu a ya na ebia secondary school bete wo mu ye supi ni ade no they are normally not those kwadwo besia fo na na ni mu society ni mu obi wa oba obehu se ne mpo ne na battery esisi so pa enso no obehu no the two sports ana odi ye bibi eno so mpo no ema no ebeye brane krawo ewo society mu but they don't use those tendencies no emfa ye nioma sa nioma no oftentimes wo mu a obehu no na ko ye very regular orientation no wo mum na ya transition sumase ye sa nioma ne pa enti no sa bill we enti na oba Ghana mu a ye say that new word bia for transgenders ne LGBT for no tia say kwadwo besia because ye ni ayesi say mu no kra no it doesn't find space or expression in it na safo no nyina no we have provisions in the law ebebo mo ho ban na emua bi esefata bia nso ye de aboa wom na ne nyina akire no what we are saying is say sa oba ne oba beda be ma ne be ma beda be ma be ware be ma oba be ware be ma na mpo no sabi obi a ose oye oba enso ene ose wanya tenka woni video mu so we be ma ntino sabi okwa akosesa na japade na wakwa akofa be ma de no awo wompane na watumi nya bodwosa nya abetri nya kompo na watumi ahu se de me feel se me be ma no masesa aba begina de esemi gina anaso obi a ya wo no be ma enso so okwa akosesa na japade no ne waye wahye oba de na ne wo wompane aye ye nneoma bi a ebe ma no ipokua ne nneoma ebe ma na aye se oba no sa nneoma ne nyina no ye chiri ye chiwade na ye bra anunti no the act and those activities ye bra na se ye bra so a na ye sa bra se de obi be kwa kogina radio so afidie so TV so asinimu anase baby abohu de roma na ya akono the promotion of the advocacy of and then the propaganda of such activities because Chairman General every society is a product of and someone ye candidate ye mofra and someone ye can already so and someone ye preach or mosque ye preach or ya sorry and someone ye can ye mantem and nyoma ye can go society ni mu no and no and ye born de re ya akora over a period of time crystallize by practices and values and you know say what say sa act no ye chiwade say the Leviticus 18:22 eka na say ye chiwade o Koran mu na say ye chiwade wo our traditional beliefs mu na say ye chiwade e wo gidie bi ene gidie sum bi a ye wo e wo mamu ha de a ene na ye chirkonkwa ye nini ma enti no ye mbie ye ma me bie kwan e ma obi an entumi nkutintim nwoma bi angu bibi so anase video bi so mfa nkokire akora na pani anase bibi ade enkobo hu de roma na nya akono ensa ntwe dodo na enkomu and those are the objects of the bill.
Now, those are the objects of the bill. Okay, BB earlier about secondary school ni supi niama. Are we finding a way? Ye pe kwan bi so a ye ne mabunu benya kasachire omo schools. Me can say our schools repair, but especially single sex schools. Bill no BB wumsa anase ayemra frenchima keke
no Chairman anya emra se sanctions nkwa we have a lot of provisions in there. No crampo et mima who say it is protecting the dignity and sanctity of our peoples. The eba boy man for home by any value system home by the ebema obia who say omemuha the efata yajitumuni and no say be a how be put now and etwetwe ko saa nsɔhwɛ ni mu a saa kwan we su ne betumi afa so de aboa eba no secondary school sa chema general maybe call mixed school and so na mixed school no ne even mixed school se kra no wote saa no ana enye ne na ne nyina nso ate se bibibia yatintim wo ye mra mu a sabi te se murder te se theft ne nneoma yatintim wo ye mra mu sabi yenye ntumu no ne nyina no ye wo enhyehyɛ wo various institutions ene ye suku mu ye wo counseling centers and counseling officers a won de en se won de saa enkyerɛkyerɛ ne kasa kyerɛ ne ade nyina no de beboa even confidential counseling ne ade a de be ma ye mrantie ne ma ba we ya won ye future leaders yi atumi ama wo the sound direction no we have all that in place. And another thing I na man for bisa ne say na ye ba be hye sam radio na Ghana ha no ye ba be bie floodgate se be uhusu obi ususu obi ebo sa abra ne bia na ekofa ponti ba bona na da bi da. The interesting aspect of our bill is that all the provisions a woman no baku kura ni wa etia the 1992 the fourth Republican Constitution of Ghana. Baku kura ni wa etia because the constitution no ebo fa hodie ho na ebo ho ban na protect the liberties and freedoms of all people. It doesn't call for discrimination. In the same way no in the bill no ya hyehyɛ sɛ obi mpo ho a ususu sɛ odi saa adwuma ne bi anase court kura bu ne force odi saa adwuma ne bi a obi ani ho kwan sɛ obetumi de mmara hyɛ ne nsa akopra saa nipa no akoku no abo no anase watete ntasiu ato ne so stigmatization of those yabra ewo mmara nim enti no sɛ nipa no court ebu ne fo sɛ oyɛ suspect obi ani ho kwan sɛ wode ne nsa bɛka saa afo no just as every other a suspect in any crime for that matter in our laws no those protections are in this law. Now ninyina the Kokrokoo Chairman General UNESCO for project is by the year 2035 the whole world no your population no Africa we will form 40% of the global population, which is just about 12 years to come. And in 12 years time no kind global population Africa is projected to be 40%. Now it means that Africa is going to contribute a minimum 40% of human resource. Nipa mrantie ne mabawa one year once adwuma one year wonimdie one year ba beboa amama nyina mpuntuo no abibi mamu for yen kwaya contribute 40%. Na amama bia won some time ago won sasie ye pa won je Yankopon hyehyɛ tu mu sɛ ye bo nipa ba. So the Genesis chapter 1 verse 17 eka and verse 18 no eka man and woman created he them. Na obo omusa ne saso no one more bema ne bema no one more oba ne oba one more Eve ni Evelyn one more Adam ne Adama ne mum obo Adam and Eve no
ABC enye one more Adam and Steve obo Adam and Eve but ebiso se yemisa se obi ni obi kodem ne omo ye defa mo
Chairman General
I think we never back so me ba because me who say a natural carnal knowledge, oral sex in our womb. And they 1 2 Bema ne bema ko she dem oba ne oba ko she dem nyom ye famo.
Chairman General unnatural carnal knowledge sinto bebre wo mti na samra we aba provide clarity baby gray areas wa ebe mu bi exercise discretion ye yi ni nyina free won ye tintim bibia black and white na anim awai adako obi ene obi sedem eyo mu bibi wo dem a sabe FOB hu ana na nya no amayi ne se wo mu aya bisa saa no so obi ni obi ehwe mu dem na so mo dwen bone afọ man hu no mo ba be yeku a sabe efa ye hu pa because ya de o man no ye nyintum 80% of the population of this country esigina say yes so saa ne o man so enti no
conspiracy to commit crime
yes small minority small minority be enyoma bi a me no brofo me kind of say LGBT enya human right sexual perversion think a bone ni akono bone and mu nya moa say boa wo
how can you answer
no kra no
almost say a human right
sexual perversion sexual perversion enti chairman general enti no so o man no o ma ho kwan say obia anya de opɛ o sorry a watenka bi a fili bia no koye because fans nso bon bi enkomo obi a anya no kra edin nso bon be ma man no me kan me ma statistics in 2035 Africa be form 40% no. What is the story of some countries that want to legalize LGBT? Any oban na yemuni oban be man awari. It is projected for some countries, Chairman General. May modin for some reason. By 10 years time, no, they will be extinct. You will never find any indigenous such person. Some 20 years, some 30 years, actually 50 years, no. Obekono wunya say 1 year tiase mpempensui mprempren ewu free wa wunya 1 year ba be hyem enchirima bia ni hobie omo ase ehye wo mo akasa esigina say ehye ase because me na me be ma na nyame abom me say me ni oba ene ni kita ho ne ye nsa asase so ma no me say be ma me ware no oba na nyame abo no oba ese woni be ma ene nya atenka na omuhiem no mo ewo esa asase so ma no o se oba na obe ware no enti oba ne oba ware be ma ne be ma ware oba esoro se me de matenka ye oba be ma so se matenka ne be ma nipa so se matenka ne aboa enti no won sa gina na omusi ye enti no e de won ekọ ohaw mu a eba be hye won ase. These are scientific surveys that have been done. Is that the direction Ghana wants to go?
Let me also talk about scientific. Obisi a friend Kwabna from Maryland or say, Minister, please get your facts right. Sexual orientation is a complex trait influenced by a variety of factors, including genetic, hormonal, environmental, and social. While research suggests that genetic factors may play a role in sexual orientation, no specific chromosome or set of chromosomes has been definitively linked to homosexuality. So your assertion about X...
you have made a point.
So your assertion about X and Y is not exactly true. Now, this one says, please ask Reverend Intim Fodjo, why would we add commonly known as blowjob as unnatural carnal knowledge? If you criminalize that, you will encourage married men to go wayward. Akwesi Champon, Maryland. But existing law, no.
The existing law doesn't talk about that. The existing law, no. Chairman General. The existing law, no. Okay, section 1042 of Article 20, Act 29 now, Criminal Offences Act 1969. It talks about natural carnal knowledge. Then when you go to subsequent sections, even proof of natural carnal knowledge, they determine that there must be a proof of a certain level of penetration. And they even determine the number of inches of penetration. That is the only law we have in this country dealing with the Yekikan. And the amount for 1 year Yekikan, your imagination. Now they mess and say, and we will heighten public education on this bill. So the Bayer negative perception be a obiawa hu bia no obeye free mu na mum we are also recommending say sabe obi onima kenkan bia so on pe copy no kan pa no one ya criticizing na ye dodo na wo mu enkan ye because wo kan a chema general me sofo me kristoni ati kremoni but the ye enye kremu law and enye kristo law and enye sabe traditionalist law na Buddhist law. It is not just a religious, it is an intellectual legislation. Ewo musa ye gidie ne asum nyina nso efua sa ginasi so ya mamre so fua so de and so no we took our time a lot of research a consult to a doctor for a lawyer for emranim for one year akwadare all psychologists and every aspect that was necessary. Chairman General, private member be we call parliament. It stands in records as a legislation received the largest number of memoranda. And no, saying, say, Emrebia beto parliamenta, say, I buy a deba, say, I'm crank a deba. I will say, Ubium, now what jet, a woman for you, I do not, interested in some man. Oh, my drink, my drink, Untintim or Crantasso. Now, we got over 200 memoranda from civil society, from various groups. Nyina by committee ni ani omo tenase etieti obi adwen kyerɛ sanse sabia adwen ni baakufo etrim. Enti chairman general ye gye obi adwen kyerɛ egye woni a sabe nene aspect bi enya adwen etie obi a woni a epe woni empe etie obi ade kan bo mu benchmark in various countries in the world. One more legislative similar ones no kwan ben so mo fa so criticism ben ne ba ya sinto ben ne ba won dim enti no ye kɔ ye nimu a ye de ba be hyase sabe asuahunu ben ne betumi anya free mu a ye de no betumi atintim enkotieti ankɔfo fa ahodie so enkotia constitution no enkotia international treaty and as a universally declared declaration bia on human rights ye some pense mu no nyina enu nti no product legislation penso ayedri. It is a product of intellectual consultation and in the best interest of ye amamre. And you know, Chairman General, I mean, enyame wan say chief imam any Muslimi from penifo Ghana nyina de omo sunsum ne omo nim die abetai ejumadi achi. And enyame wan say Ghana bishops secretariat and so Kali secretariat and so FWASO Ghana Christian Council, the umbrella body for Ghana Pentecostal and Charismatic churches and name some I would draw and traditional rulers. We did a very extensive consultation. And backed by empirical survey, Center for Democratic Development and so survey CDD. One we also Omemuhano 86% FWASO pa na minority na mfaso no 11% enomo mfaso and they omo mfaso for various reasons. Chairman Oko United States of America as a country no obi anim say wo position ewo LGBT ho no de wo gitum nanso no ho mpo no enye state bia na gitum ho krampo no enye state bia na gitum, so that must be made clear. And to be so, baby, your mind, corner, as is, because states now, they have their own problems, they have their own healthcare problems. Over 65% of 1 year, and you should do USA, one more HIV in Nano, one more practices are Bususemi. And they have their own problems they are dealing with that. Even in the states, and countries to be a Europe in the Western countries in the crown. There are a good number of them are Peninsula. Nanso, some majority be a paintino and Omajiatum. In much the same way, Obagana ha. And yet, Mara saying in Anna Becca said 100% of beer for us. Nanso, no overwhelming majority, over 86% Casse. Sadie we empire chiwadia. And no, Nipakumabi, the Tibia Nipakumabi, but have a dissenting views. But Pasabia, Yentra Homa, small minority, on sexual perversion. And I think a boni bia, ready to say, Bebo no machu, a free home. One no MSC, Yema so MSC, Yamambre said ye. Nim Obani Oba said ye good Obani be money our real some said ye yeah massa small minority no akono bonnet and in sabia or one cassa how munim say how no and made the order of the day. Chairman General told the beer answer film bookeke so or maya yan to muso Obani or Banwari be money be manwari yan to musa be ma betumi akwakosi and ho say my won panie akosi sam be mass sam bibia say me yoba na radio bi Peace FM de metimo so am sorry na radio bi no a be airtime TV bi no a bia to so na obi was why transgender na ono nyese why kwadwo besi akeke Chairman General o ye be ma wo eno akwakoye operations ano no nura wo panie and wa twitwi nanim no aye feature bi to say o ashe week bis wo yoba no kan ya kono no di preach na say san nyoma no eno na be say ye mofra and na be say society na no na say ye ntu ho anamo a o kina bi no say dia mama bi ase ba be hye no no Ghana so ase ba be hye na ye na nanon kwa menkruma ne JB dan kwa no ne William Ofuriata no ne Akufo Addo no a akwaje no ne pa grant no bia o ka ho bia na nanon ahemfo omuhwe omuja ma yetumi nya independence no na yesi e ba benya independence na after 100 to 200 years no ye rehwe o man Ghana say ase ahye then asese ya ye tena ho ye hwan ma obi aye de ope ndi atenka bia Chairman General oba the whole world obi baby say Russia, baby say China, baby say Qatar, United Arab Emirates, and no the Saudi Arabia, no Kuwait, no any other countries. One SC painting na sabi we also pempunti I say LGBT. Hey, one the pempunti as in Russia, one the pempunti in UAE, one the pempunti in Qatar. You call World Cup war. You call World Cup. Say you say the hot here. Now so him say ye two mpon say fa kwa mpaso and sabi and ye atenka nyina na say ye ho hwe han na essay o man no. Na wo says wo mbra na wo say fa LGBT nchema general. E mo odene ye ne de mpo a ye say mpo de sabi a okay. Abadaye wo mu pa na of course some countries bi a even Uganda hey ya did and say won pass it and what say very stern and so ye ne de abadaye ne odo ne ya misro ne tema egwom enti no ye de eboa eba beboa enye de eba betan na so country bi some countries maintain say o man bi akwa ka kire mo say mo nsesa mo mara na mo nyini say anansa mo nyini say anya sa ye ne mo nidwa anya sa ye yankofa no eso bete anansa so nte the American nyina say
that's why Uganda so speaker of parliament ye de mrebi
apart from Uganda until America say eba Africa and into Africa de omumuye emfa buo maye say we are sovereign countries because Chairman General ye be na fofo we may disagree on values but that must not change our friendship entino e bia wo sa o man no say oba ne oba be ware oba ne nipa oba ne aboa na nipa ne aboa e be ware e na wo fi say e be boa e na wo man for do na so ma dia tu na dia hye mra you are a sovereign country you are at liberty to set those laws and you say ye man for free ye mamu ha na so mo ko san krunkru ne so a they also follow one so mra ma hye wo bia no mo di so e di buo ne ani die di ma wom enu ntina mesre atoto asre the diplomatic community say the it is not a diplomatic brawl and yes we ebefa we so no be o man bia ba be gina ka say ene me ko kwa pai ene me ne mo nya adwen you can have your disagreement but in expressing your disagreement you don't tell us what we must do respect us for buo maye because who say wo de na ye ne anya adwen no ye di buo ma ho enti ye no edidwa ye no efa anamfo enti no the same way yan so gina si a yesi ni ye se de ye so be boa ye ni enti no so won ye anya adwen a sabe me kire ye the as if say we don't know what we are doing enti no omo fa bu maye na adwadie ni namfofa da ye ntemu no ento aso enkototen san say Ghana ye no we are very friendly country ye ne amama hudu bebre won ye wosika won ye nisika ye no nyina fa namfofo enti no say wo say we oma wuso emra we the 86% of Ghana ye hwehwe ene de ye pe enti no fa ebuo ne ene de maye in the announcement in the follow up to this law idea making sure that their utterances are measured because some of us a drum pepen so bia yes enim de be ye but e bia na nkoye fe ntomo bia ye mu ye ho in that spirit of reciprocity and mutual respect chama medicine no if there's any law in this country yeah man for press a Ghana and as a buying you be pass in 10 pa it is this private members bill before parliament na sanso and the be the man for nemu enye politics ti be se mu bia mfa nkoye politics mu bia mfa nkoye propaganda emfa in to their political interest and answer gains we enye MPP bill na enye NDC bill and enye LPG bill eye omamunu nyina ejina sie ento bibia or the propaganda bia no moma ye yini sinchan ni entunefo say odi or the oman no ya sema hia ye edi agro and we will not allow such elements and ye nyina ye fa enkabum media for support ye and also for imam for and all stakeholders CSO will be support ye members of parliament nyina titro miame co-sponsors nipan and so on be come home Sam George
waje adeni nyina boso
wo nyina
wa chese oye sofu politician okasa on meaning tesu
entino yada mu nyina ase ye nyina ye ko sa ekun amishram
atiki kan de efe no ayedin but atiki ubemu daily guide drama over anti-LGBTQ as MPs debate bill Eslo Wusuni Ibrahim Mutala Efuni Waha Daily Dispatch over 540,000 men had sex with each other in Ghana in 2017.
Where's the source?
Actually, the source near Kwame Anyimedu entry, chairman of Constitutional Legal and Parliamentary Affairs, or say research be on where. Chronicle. Speaker backing orders all against anti-gay bill rise, but 275 MPs stay glued to their seats. Ain't if you must be mobile no Adik.
Chairman, medasi. I mean, shall free baby a minui. Chairman, where dear Uncle Yamanyosem? Because we share generally a gun of when you know, Jitum said to move to the Anyadia.
Adik Pachamiti radio so.
Sebi.
Mingba year of Bia. Gambaga for some Casasa.
Martin, what is the Intimican?
Bemani Bemeda, Fanasa.
There be man, Mamma, Masudio.
Tiabefukanasa, ye mambe ye yadianchin.
Martin. Okay.
What it? OBC, I'm listening to you all the way in Tamale on 89.3.
Yeah, that would be Fila.
And that's Fila FM, right?
Yeah.
So, Rita, good morning to you, Rita Boating, and good morning from Accra. Good morning to my guys at Fela FM in Tamale. Yes, I think into Kasaka, I said Kwechri. Into follow sharp.
Not new one be Upeso Mutiasi.
There be Omotiasi.
Mati.
Omotiasi.
Made into Maka Crab. Sir Jumadi, sir, at the Bonia, about Uncrophobia. Omo Ghana officer say so yejitum no Ghana fo nyina kyerɛ o madwin sɛ enya dia yebe so enya dia yebe giatum na nti enya amanyosem it cuts across whether we party A you can say member na party B na party C obi agitum sɛ the bone. It is an offense against man and God nti enya dia yebe fo aso na Nientia akwete say among Kamia say because of some of the utterances of some of the MPs Nintina MSA Bimusudi Manusam, but no kwanso no. And I'll come to some of the utterances and I'll be very specific on some of the utterances.
Obi say allow Atik to say it as it is.
Yes.
That is the right term for all and sundry. Mike in Bogo, so don't bring yourself this morning. I won't allow him to go and talk rubbish. Or we say allow a take for release stress small. Confirm him rough bill. I think back to you.
Martin. Chairman, almost say Nesi and Run, I say bo MPs do an abaso. And can the proponents of the bill, I say bo munina abaso. And this was a bipartisan proposition. For the first time, I have been impressed. This is the product of some cooperation and consensus between and amongst MPs from different political parties. And where also opens the floodgate for more private members' bills. There is a particular issue I may feel going forward. No, you bet many MPs need be adjoin and see how we can propose a bill. And I'm talking specifically about an amendment. The power to reclassify forests in this country. It should not be left to the discretion of the minister and not the president. It should be the work of parliament. 2/3 majority of parliament has decided a forest with this is here. That should be their decision because I'm representing.
So they make forest because I'm a Jimmy timer.
But I'm just saying, near AC, the Maya Quine said, no money be why bit me through your MPs, no. Ama and Sakrayabi Abba if we want, by way of legislation. Having said so, Chairman Zabili, people tried to undermine Zabili by making reference to the provisions in Act 29, the Criminal and Other Offences Act 1960. No? And there's already a provision that talks about, and that is Section 104. But Section 104, no, the provision was not expansive enough. Now, and at the time, no Sebi, Mika Titi, I said, I think Titi will be better.
The main Titi amount.
At the time,
no, still how we have Vanda. But Trinity could also mean Trinidad and Tobago. I think Osaka says in a Mepon program.
At the time, no. Sa Titi, na popular, sir. but nene wo no bestiality and pedophilia. What has here? So PDNI was really on the low. But now what the but now and pronounced sir. Until the law was couched to deal with Nyomana Nanka AI prevalent, bestiality and then pedophilia. Into which provision now, which section 104 subsection 1A and B now. And in fact, and even C, specifically this with bestiality and then having
Mamma bestiality just say nipane moa beda. Obi wa ha ni preko kraman aponche nentwie ne nekeke kan ponko ne ade.
Until this provision came.
Monty so for Koja Santo say we dey onim ne ekoso. I think to aso.
Until where provision way and this particular section was dealing with Sanumano. But namely Bibiaba, every LGBTQI plus and in there. Says yeah, they've taken the alphabet, they've taken the entire alphabet. And says yeah, well, letter B Abubia, it represents something in Sabi nonsense, no. And it's gained some momentum. Until time has soon say Yensu, you're very defining your mrano to keep pace with the changing, realities in the world. Says ya oba abeyi come to the extent of mutimi ko warimpo bema ni bema abeyi ebim kura jatum ba yen no yenjin tumu ye nti say ye tricky ye mra no to reflect ne ekoso no and do mitie owura eslosu and me feel ka ho bi na ebim
ewura eslosu
sorry awura mukani say
anya hwe
I'll take honorable eslosu mami eslosu mitie no mira hui. And me feel the people of Ablikon West must take note and be guided by that. Say, obini omu dem de emfa ho. Chairman, and Reverend Eke, there is something called conspiracy to commit crime. It's an offense. Obi share with them ni omu ye honum so omu bo adwimpo bi so omu bedi boni a boni according to the laws of this country. Na say obi ye nnuema bi wo omudemwa say ye sabi ansa no beko dem no say abonti no mbeka ansa no makọ enye sa nti mu say we ni we die ya de ayefo aso ansa no modru dem. So you cannot tell me say what happens in the bedroom should stay there. How does it get there in the first place? Now to say and there was this absurd extension of Act 20 section 104 to say Sabi obi eye oral sex say chinipa nitum because the existing law says so. Enye no creda.
Oh gosh, mina say menya comfortable with teaching I can ajana one ajana two. And one
well.
Oh gosh, yes. Good morning. Sheriff should say leave Atik alone. Well, okay, Atik Bonoponi Uncle
Mati. The chairman, and she was making reference to the fact that there is this thing called unnatural canal knowledge, which she absurdly extended to mean Sabi Akamiaka oral sex in Asifo. Chairman, but who share subsection 2 of Section 104 now, it defines what unnatural canal knowledge is. It says, and I'm quoting ad verbatim from the law. Section 104 subsection 2 says, unnatural canal knowledge is sexual intercourse. And the operative word here is intercourse. Sabi. Sa ina medical boy no. Is it intercourse?
Of course it is.
What is sexual intercourse?
I think
you see,
don't assume that sexual intercourse is just between a man and a woman.
No, what I mean is there has to be penetration for it to constitute sexual intercourse. And yes, sir. And I'm saying, sir, I'm constrained in mentioning the word.
So,
but oral sex, is it sexual intercourse?
It is intercourse.
Chairman,
of a sexual nature.
Chairman, semantics. Sexual intercourse, it involves penetration. And then you might as well say kissing is sexual intercourse. Maybe what?
Métier.
Now, kissing is sexual intercourse. Is it a natural canal knowledge? Because Adia Yenim and say, according to the definition of this, a natural canal knowledge involves sexual intercourse, which means there has to be penetration. But she absurdly extended to say anything that involves oba ne bema enye sabi ne ye kai is a natural canally yes and what you say and I feel say the people of Ablikuma West must be guided by this because Adiwe is very informative na media me feel say Ghana for nyina jatum say nya dia ye beye the diplomatic community and international when say akrasika number omzi Ghana is a lower middle income country ntisikana na ye nya no emba biem. Look, this is the time for us to you can say affirm our sovereignty as a country. Uganda has shown the way. And look, they've called the bluff of the US and all other countries are almost forced out to sorry. No, it was unconscious. Now China China is now the new kid on the block. A lot of the countries are turning to China and Russia and Nasifo. Say America for say countries have their sovereignty, and by sovereignty we mean you have the right to make determination of your laws now. No, Mufi say so ukoyem rabia omuni unyadwin they would exact punishment from you. There's an alternative. What I say, and I'm sure say America.
I think I'll end the show on this question to you.
Okay.
Obisi will say, oral sex doesn't qualify as sexual intercourse. Mm-hmm. Please ask Atik if he catches his wife and a man having oral sex. Mm-hmm. Will he just greet them and go his merry way?
No, Chama, it's not sexual intercourse, but it's an abomination.
Whoa! So, since you say it doesn't constitute sexual intercourse.
No, it's just like catching your wife kissing somebody else.
Will you greet them?
It may not be sexual intercourse, but it's objectionable. It's unacceptable. What does it? But I'm trying to say, the fact say BB of a sexual nature necessarily doesn't mean it's an intercourse. Okay. What must say? Now, Mamimva way and it's just on the same note as the Reverend Kaino. Mm-hmm. Look, German, every country is sovereign, and the sovereignty nature say it me ya emra. When you and people should stop blackmailing other countries on this particular LGBTQAE, and they should. I'm sure that the US is minded by the fact that there's an alternative that poses a threat to them. And this only agree. Now because of TTT, you want to exact some punishment from us. In the guy said this is a human rights issue, which is not even so in the first place. China, are willing and ready. Because and I'm sure that the US would not allow this to cause some or to sever relations. And
that makes it 5 minutes past 11 on Thursday morning, July 6, 2023. Reverend, a friend John in Team Fojo Mrashebejeni, Asin South Deputy Education Minister, Atik Mohammed Elias Titi, social commentator from the Republic of Gambaga, and a vandal for life.
Absolutely.
It seems that the streaks are still there.
Oh, yes.
We'll find a way to legislate it out of his system. But Ochina July 7.
Happy birthday to Abna Doma Bafojima.
Abna Doma Bafojima.
She's Bafojima, a member of the St. John's Kiffy Club, Nebaba.
And she shares her birthday with Abdul Malik Kweku Bako. Ochina Ayanawoda. And the same birthday with Dr. Kweku Efriye as well. It's your birthday tomorrow.
Dr. Efriye.
Yep, it's also the birthday
in advance
of Anas Arimiyao Anas, July 7th.
July 7th, you're loaded.
It's a very interesting one. My nephew Kweku Kakari Inti, Ochinaso, July 7. July 7. Francis Daniel Aisi Elias Salasti of Stanbic Bank. And also your China. July 7 for the Omodoso Samsung, our very own Samsung Kwame Nyamiche of Hello FM. July 7. Yeah, now there are quite a number of people, and Ohodie Major Makofi Kumbilson or no, and for some reason. Minim says on no microphone now. Coffee has everybody's birthday. Minim senior yeah Abigail Ashley and also Nawoda Ochina July 7. So there are a lot of July 7s Today's biology class is very educative and nice. We should continue tomorrow. Theresa, could you, Roxanne? Could you don't bring yourself? Biology class indeed. But Minister,
former deputy CEO of NITA.
Oh, NITA. In fact, I think he sent a message at a point. Or say God bless. Or say God bless the best performing deputy minister, John Intim Fojo. God bless you for your strong point and stance. We support the bill 100%. Kokrokoo, Ofori, and at the end, I said only NITA be more.
Deputy Director General.
I see. I still have his name
very
here
hardworking.
as NITA.
I mean,
I've been on computers.
On IT from US. I mean, he's one of the young beings.
Okay, Mama bye. Kofi Kumbilseneba. The news is at 12. We've overstayed that welcome. Was it a biology class? Whatever it is, or it was. Thank you for joining us by ear, voice, and text and ice. We're back tomorrow morning. May your day be blessed. Remember to keep your dreams and hopes alive. It's all you have. And as always, when you stop to say a prayer, remember to say one for me too. It's a tough world out there, but still we rise. God bless. Good morning.